Okay, we're going to talk about the Catechism questions today, okay? And I know we've gone over these before, but let's see if we can do them again. And we're going to talk about them a little bit more. So, 1, Atticus, let's see if you can answer. I know Elon knows. Who made you?
God.
God, that's right. And
I'm gonna give you a answer like I was gonna say good.
okay.
So he could say Jesus.
Yeah,
That
because you
doesn't.
didn't even need to help him, right? Good. So, Elon, this one question's for you.
God is supposed to.
What else did God make?
The whole world.
He made everything, right? Do you know where in the Bible it tells us about God making everything? In the first book of the Bible. Do you know what that first book of the Bible is?
Adam and Eve.
It is about Adam and Eve, but Genesis is the first book. So I'm going to read Genesis, and I want you to listen really carefully to what it says about God creating everything. You, me, kind of, through Adam and Eve, and then the whole world. Ready? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God, was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. Is that better than darkness? Light better than darkness? Yeah, you always want me to leave your door open, right? Because you like the light. And separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and morning the first day. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the waters under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. And he called the vault sky, and there was evening and there was morning the second day. How many days did it take God to make the world? We're going to find out. We're on day 2. Here we go to day 3. And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let the dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and gathered the waters, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seeds in it, according to their kinds." And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plant-bearing seeds according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed according to its kinds. And God saw that it was what?
The earth.
That it was good. And there was evening and morning the third day. So we're on day 3. What day's next? Listen to what God did on the 4th day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark the times, the days, and the years. And let them be lights in the sky to give light on earth." What are the 2 lights that give light to earth? What gives light to earth in the day?
Sun.
And what gives light at night? Mr.
Moon.
Moon. That's right. And it was so. God made the 2 great lights. He also made the stars. God put them in the sky to give light on earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there's evening and morning the 4th day. What day's next? 5th. And God said, "Let the waters teem with living creatures." Like what? What living creatures are in the water, Addie? What's your favorite living creature in the water?
Sharks.
Sharks? What's your favorite living creature?
I like everything.
Okay.
Every animal.
And let the birds, probably pterodactyls, who knows? Birds fly across the earth and across the sky. So God created great creatures of the sea and every living thing with which the waters teem. Hold on, listen, buddy. And moves about in it according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Does God make bad things? No. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds..." Put that down, please. And there was evening and morning the 5th day. Okay, here, the next is the best day. And God said, let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, the wild animals, each according to its kind. And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kind, and livestock according to their kind. And God saw that it was good. Okay, then listen to what God made. Then God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they can rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky, over the livestock and the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground. So God created mankind in his image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. That's right, and it was good. So, let's think about that. So, if God made everything, the animals in the sea, in the sky, on the ground, everything, how do you think we should treat things?
Nice.
We should be nice, right? We should treat them well. So, do you know how sometimes mommy and daddy get mad when you waste things? Right? Because we should take care of things that God gives us, right? We shouldn't just destroy things. Do you know what it's called to treat things well? To take good care of things? It's called to be a good steward. To be a good steward. So what is a way that we can steward the things that God gave us? So we rent this house from Miss Nicoletta, right? What's one way that we can treat the house with care?
Good.
How?
Take care of it.
How?
By not letting the dog mess anything up.
Oh yeah, by taking care of the dogs so they don't mess anything up. Addie, can you think of a way that we can love the things that God has given to us and take care of them?
Don't eat them.
Don't eat them? That was good. Don't eat the chair. That's good, yeah? Yeah. Okay, here's another question. I've got 2 more questions for you. If God made you, what does that mean about how valuable you are, about how important are you? Can you ever say, oh, I'm not important, nobody loves me? Can you ever say that?
No.
No, because God made you, and what does that mean about you?
You're good.
You're important, right? You're good, but do you sin? Do you make mistakes?
Yeah.
So you're not good in the sense that you're morally good, right?
What if I was always good?
But you're not.
What if I always choose to be good?
You can't. You won't. You won't always choose to be good. But you know what? Even if we choose to do bad things, does that mean that, well, God doesn't love me anymore? Does that mean that? No, silly. No. God always loves us, and we're made in his image. So what if somebody tells you, what if somebody at school says, I hate you? Does that mean that you're stinky and you're no good? Come on. Does that mean that? No. Why? Why are we always important? Why?
Because God hates us.
Yeah.
God hates us.
Why are we always valuable?
Because God hates us.
Because we're made in his image.
Like, no.
Because we're made in whose image?
Jesus.
Jesus, God, right? We're made in God's image, that's right. Okay, last question. Last question, then we'll be done. So, if God made you in his image, who else did God make in his image?
The whole world and
The
life.
whole world. So what about the people who are mean to you? Did God make them in his image? Yeah, of course he did. Did God make people that you don't like? Did he make them in your image? In his image? Yeah, so what does that mean about how we should treat them?
Good. Good.
Yeah, we should treat them good. And that's why, do you remember the other week when we were at Coughlin and we bought some food and we were coming out and there was somebody who was saying, hey, do you ever need food? Do you ever need food? What did you say?
Let's give him some bread.
Let's give him one of our breads, right? Because what's more important, things or people?
People.
People. And what was more important for us to...
And we just had lots of bread that we couldn't eat it all.
Right. So was it more important to keep our things or to give to people? To give to people, because people are created in whose image? God's, that's right. All right, well, thank you. Thank you for going through that lesson with me.